You want to know who is the father of anatomy? Hmm. So come, join me as I embark on an exciting exploration of the life and legacy of the one history's most revolutionary figures in the field of anatomy. Prepare to fascinated and enlightened as we uncover the legacy of those who dare to dissect, discover, and define the very essence of human anatomy.
Andreas Vesalius was born on December 31, 1514, in the city of Brazil. The city was the part of the Holy Roman Empire. Today, it is the capital of the Belgium. Vesalius was one of the four children. He has two brothers and a sister. His founder, Andreas van Wissel, was personal pharmacist to the court of Margaret of Australia. His mother, Isabel Grab, raised her children in a prosperous home situated in a respectable neighborhood near the Condeburg Palace, convenient for her husband's work. Visayas is famous for having renewed the anatomic knowledge of his time, thereby promoting the progress of medicine. Andreas Vesalius is recognized for being the first physician to personally perform dissection for the scientific study of the human body. From his observation, Vesalius published the Fabrica, which is the full illustrated atlas of the human anatomy in history. Andreas Vesalius did not discover anatomy, but his idea were the origin of the modern anatomy and the scientific study of the human body. In 1542, he published his classic work, the Fabrica, which is considered to be the first formal atlas of human anatomy in history. At the time, Vesalius was studying medicine in Paris and Padua. Most of the existing anatomical knowledge in Europe came from the texts of the Greek physician Claudius Galen, which were the standards for the student learning and university and medical practice in Europe. However, Vesalius applied different methods to the study of human anatomy, making important discoveries that differ vastly from the text of Galen. Due to this, Andreas Vesalius would face strong opposition from his peers. Time would prove him wrong, however, consolidating one of the most important scientific revolutions in history. Contrary to the popular belief, Vesalius was not completely contrary to the ideas of Galen. In fact, his medical training was based on the text of Galen, and he declared himself as an admirer of the work of the Greek doctor. However, Andreas Vesalius began to discover various inconsistencies in the work of Galen by making his own direct observation of the external parts and the internal organs of the human body. It must be remembered, during the time of Claudius Galen wrote his work, the section of the human bodies were prohibited due to the religious belief that considered it heresy to open the corpses of people, an idea that prevailed even in the time of Vesalius. Therefore, Galen's description of the human body were carried out through the dissection of animal corpses. As a consequence, when Andreas Vesalius gave his lecture in anatomy at the University of Padua, where it was allowed to dissect human corpses, he realized that reality did not match the descriptions of Galen. Vesalius distinguished himself from his colleagues because he performed dissection of human corpses. In the 16th century, there was unusual because dissecting human went against to spiritual beliefs. Thus, the church did not approve of this practice, considering that the church was very powerful in the Middle Ages. Vesalius did something truly revolutionary. Much that was known about anatomy in Vesalius' time was based on animal studies. Direct observation that Vesalius performed on the human body show difference between commonly applied theory and practice that made Vesalius doubt Galen's works. Vesalius is also considered the first to write a complete book on human anatomy, called De Humani Corporis Fabrica Libris Symptom, or Fabrica Form in short. It was published in 1543 and contained detailed image of the inside of human body. It must been suggested that several artists worked on the book sketches.